Alright, so I'm going to try and noobcast this game. So this is kind of an introduction. If you already know what Heroes of the Storm is, don't bother watching this video. This is kind of for all the people that don't play the game. So like my coworker, Vlad, my friends that, yeah, just don't play this game. So right now, basically every game we start with has a different map. And so right now we're at Tomb of the Spider Queen, where you know, our objective is always going to be to try and destroy the enemy's structure, the core structure. And basically every map has a different map objective. So in this case, killing these little minions, they'll drop gems. We collect the gems, we turn them in, and when we turn them in, it will spawn giant spiders to kind of help push the enemy's base. Right now, this is kind of our enemy. This is a friendly base. And what we've got here is our core, and as you can see the mini map in the bottom here, there's a whole bunch of structures. This is called the keep, this is called the fort. The goal obviously is to kind of push through, destroy these forts, destroy these keeps, get to their core, destroy their core. So right now I'm playing as the healer. We have Asmodan, which is a kind of a pushing unit. We have Johanna, which is a tank. And Li Ming and Greymane that deals damage. So right here, as you can see at the bottom, at these different levels we have different talents. So this renew empowers my Q ability every time I attack. So if I hit this, you'll see it's glowing now, and that means my next Q is going to be empowered. So I heal a lot more when I do that. So I want a basic attack every time I heal. And obviously I have 3 abilities and a locked heroic ability at level 10. So this is my second ability. It deals damage, and then while it travels back, it will heal all my teammates. My third ability is a very slow moving thing that, as you can see, it roots those targets. I'm kind of in a bind right now, that's fine, because I can heal myself with all my abilities. Yeah, and we're good. I'm just keeping an eye on my teammates' health a little bit more than my health, just because that's a little more important than everyone else. I'm going to root that guy, maybe basic attack him once, and then land a heal on him. I'm going to pull him out of... Oh, I could not pull him out of danger. I didn't do it fast enough. But basically I have a fourth ability. That's my D key. It's called Leap of Faith, which on a very long cooldown allows me to basically pull a teammate out of danger. And unfortunately I was talking and I wasn't paying attention enough to pull my teammate out. And that's okay, because he will respawn and he's back. I'm gonna top myself up, and I'm gonna help my teammate down here who is getting pushed by this Nazebo here. But that's good. So what my friendly teammate just did was capture this mercenary camp. So that's another way of this. It's called the sub map objective. These are called mercenary camps, and basically you defeat them, you capture the flag, and they will help you fight. So these guys are helping us fight right now and helping us push. I'm gonna walk ahead, collect these gems that these guys dropped, avoid as many of their attacks as possible. Just gonna try and heal up my damage dealer here. And again, since we hit level 4, as you can see up top is our experience bar with our level. I'm going to take Moral Compass, so at 7 is our next is my next talent that I can take that will empower my abilities. I'm going to just shuffle up top to the top lane, heal up my tank. And one of the things I've been doing kind of in between rotating, these are called lanes, the top lane, middle lane, and bottom lane. I'm using the Z key, which lets me mount up. I'm riding this slug, which lets me walk 30% faster. So basically, anytime I need to travel anywhere, so this guy's trying to hand in right now. Like I said, the objective of the map is to collect gems. See, I just collected a gem, and hand them in up top. Okay, that's fine. Kind of get in a bind, but that's okay because that's not their damage dealer, that's their tank. And that's also their healer, so they weren't able to kill me off. But I do need to interrupt them from handing in. Unfortunately, I was not able to. But I can lock this guy down. Heal this guy. Basic attack.
That feels much better.
And yeah. And this is kind of just the back and forth nature of this map. Obviously. Alright, I'm going to rotate down. Asmodan's pushing up top. I'm going to help bottom. Someone's paying for assistance down on the south. And that's exactly what I'll do. I'm going to rotate down, help this guy out. Fantastic. We were able to kill the enemy team because both of us rotated down. I'm just going to heal everyone back up. And I'm going to choose my next talent because we're level 7 now. Now every time I cast my W, if it hits an enemy hero, it will give me a temporary shield. I'm going to cast that. As you can see, the white on my health bar means it's a shield. I'm going to basic attack so that I can power my next Q. I always want to try and hit the enemy hero once so that this is glowing. That means I get a little bit extra heal for the same amount of mana I spend. That's a good way of managing my mana. It's okay, I'm not really scared of that. Enemy Garrosh, that's their tank, can always throw people, which is relatively dangerous, but since the enemy team, it doesn't seem very good, they're not really following up on that. But if they are to kind of converge on that attack, they'd be able to kill one of us. Lucky for us, we're okay for now. So you'll notice in the middle they drop a globe. Each of these minion waves will drop a globe. The back minions will drop gems, and that's the objective of this map. Collect the gems. I'm gonna just heal this guy back up. No problem. And it looks like we might... Oh, and of course Garrosh can also throw his teammate backwards for defense, and that's a very effective ability. Another thing that helps us right here is this fountain, which is on 120-second cooldown. Every time I tap it, it gives me about 50% of my health, and I think about 50% of my mana back as well. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure my tank is healed up. Keeping an eye on the minimap, it looks like they're kind of fighting up top, but there's not much we can do. We've just got indication that my teammates were able to hand in up top. And so this is what that map objective, this is the main map objective. And you'll see all the sub-objectives, the mercenary camps, are now despawned from the minimap. They were the yellow things on the minimap. And now you'll see the spiders are spawning on every lane, and this will help us push a lot. To top up my teammate, try to grab these gems before... looks like Garrosh is trying to run up to me here, but... he's just gonna defend against it. Looks like we're gonna be pushing hard top and bottom. Alright, so at level 10 is where we get our 4th ability right here that was locked. I'm gonna choose Holy Word Salvation, which just protects around me in a circle. But if anything interrupts me, say for example, you know, the enemy tank throwing me, or any kind of knockback, that'll stop that ability from protecting. The other thing I could have done was cast a ability on my teammate, which will explode and stun everything around him. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack this guy. Obviously I get hit a lot by the enemy team because I'm just a healer, so I don't have a whole lot of health. I just got to keep an eye on that, but I'm not really scared because at this point it was just a small light summon. Okay. Looks like we did pretty well on the bottom, but middle lane not so well because they were able to defend it. You'll notice that same summon does a lot less damage compared to... Oh, it looks like the enemy team also handed in. So I'm going to just rotate up because the top lane on this map is the most dangerous. Just going to interrupt this guy because he was mounted, traveling 30% faster, like I said. And I didn't want him to catch up to my Asmodan, which would throw. I'm going to pull one of my teammates out of it. And I'm going to use my ultimate protect to protect everyone. Oh, unfortunately we got caught in another ultimate. But that looks like that protect was very useful. I'm going to drink from the fountain and then heal my lowest HP character. Here I'm going to root and reposition myself for that heal. I want to basic attack something, but I can't, unfortunately. Ooh, he got caught. Unfortunately, I can't go for these. Oh, I can. Looks like I can.
That feels much better.
Ooh, that was rough. There's nothing I could do there. Casted as many heals as I could. This guy's not going to be able to catch me. I'm not scared of that.
It is over for now.
And I don't think we're doing too well right now. We're going to be able to take out this fort pretty easily because I, as a healer, can't really protect very well. I'm going to rotate up because it looks like they might... looks like they handed it again. I'm going to be able to pull him out of this, no problem. Whew. Looks like in trying to save my teammate, I unfortunately died for that. That's okay, that happens. Oh, and there was no counter kill. So a counter kill would be because I died. Maybe there was a chance that one of my teammates would kill one of them in return. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that. So the next thing I'm going to get is Speed of Pious, which means every time I cast my W, it'll increase my movement speed by a significant amount. So it's a really good way for me to get away from the enemy team every time I have a W up. Fortunately, my team is still engaging, even though their healer is dead, and so they're going to be able to pick up that kill pretty easily. I didn't know where the teammate died on that one, but again, they're engaging without their healer. Looks like this Li Ming is going to do the same with no mana. It might be kind of rough. So things aren't looking great, but obviously that's not the end of the game. We're only halfway through. We just need to kind of pick up a little bit more power, and we should be fine. Hopefully we'll get more powerful as the game goes on. Okay, we did kill one of those, but unfortunately that was just a Murky. Murky is a special hero that it's kind of like a quarter of a hero. I'm gonna go and heal this guy. I don't need to use my pull, which I could have. I don't like his idea of engaging in because the enemy team obviously could converge on them, and my team is still kind of in their base right now. I pinged danger, and he was smart enough to back off. I'm gonna heal up, top up my tank, and I'm just really gonna stick with my team a lot more here. Now that we're reaching the middle of the game, we want to kind of engage in more team fights. We have Azmodan going to the bottom lane. He's wanting to soak, and what soaking means is being near the minions, these guys, when they die, and by doing so we get experience. That's how we kind of catch up and level ups. And so right now we're doing quite well. I'm going to be able to save this guy pretty easily here. I'm going to lock this guy down so I can back up. And we were able to save my teammate there because even though the enemy team used an ultimate to lock them down, I can use my pull ability. But again, it's a long cooldown. I can't do that very often. Just basic attack once. Again, that's a Murky, that's no problem. He respawns really quickly. As you can see, he's back in 2 seconds already. We have to actually kill the egg in order for us to kill him completely. And I continue just casting all my heals on my tank as he's taking damage. Basically off cooldown, because my mana is right now is still pretty decent. I'm still at about 70%. But obviously we have to... This guy's dangerous. He loves throwing characters around, so I managed to root him with my Chastise, my E ability, my slow moving root. And so with this, we should be able to hand in. And I'm just keeping an eye on this guy because I need to rotate to heal him and make sure he doesn't die. Our next ability has arrived, our next talent, and that's Inner Focus. That resets my Q ability. So now I can cast Q and then hit 1, which is Inner Focus, and then cast Q again immediately, so I don't have to wait for that 3 to 4 second cooldown. Again, keeping an eye on all our teammates. Looks like this guy wants to use his ultimate to lock me down again. Because obviously I helped one of my teammates last time. He wants to lock me down because I won't be able to pull myself out of danger with my leap of faith. Looks like the enemy team is defending the top lane, which means we can push in the middle lane and the bottom lane. Our two DPS, our two damage characters are pushing the bottom lane, as you can see on the minimap. Excuse me. And this will do quite well. Unfortunately, our Azmodan is getting hit by the Murky. But that's something that we can't really deal with. He's going to have to be on his own. He just has to play a little bit more safe. Again, I'm keeping an eye on my team. It looks like he's fine right now. Unfortunately, my teammate just uses ultimate, which is a 60-second cooldown. And oh, he's going to be able to root me. This is very dangerous for me. We were able to finish that off. I'm going to rotate down to where our damage are. Just going to heal this guy back up. I'm going to throw all my heals at my teammate. I'm going to run up to him and pull him back. And get out of there. I saw you spent all my mana, but I managed to save both my damage dealers. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cast this one more time. Cast this one more time. And then I'm gonna press the B button to return back to base so that I can return to full mana. Unfortunately, I'm gonna miss this fight because I'm really low mana. I'm gonna watch it though. Looks like my teammates are gonna die. Again, he's engaging without the healer. Everybody knew I was low on mana, including this guy. I just saved him, but unfortunately he re-engaged with about 50% HP, which means the enemy team is probably going to take the top mercenary camp, which is a boss. We should be taking, since we can't contest, it would be like a 5-on. I need help with this. We can't. We can't defend top. That doesn't make any sense. We will die.
This won't go easy for you.
So our Azmodan's choosing to try to prevent them from taking boss, which is impossible with 3 people. He's gonna die on his own. He's absolutely foolish for trying to engage. You know, even if there was 3 of us, we wouldn't be able to defend against the boss, because what would end up, like, the likely scenario would be that the 3 of us would die together and they would take boss. So what's better is that we all stay alive and we defend against this boss. So there's that boss, and all we have to do is defend it. And usually, typically with all 5 of us up, they'd only be able to take down 2 forts. But because Azmodan died and Li Ming is not defending against this boss, might be able to even do some damage to our keep here. That's okay though. It happens. Not everyone kind of knows exactly how to play the game. So again, I'm just topping off my tank and my other teammates. Keep an eye on the minimap to see where the enemy team is, and we really need to look for a way to engage right now, because we are now even talent tier. I'm going to take Desperate Prayer, which gives me 1 giant heal. Unfortunately, they hand it in again. So I think this is kind of the last time they can hand in. Yeah, so they only have 8 gems left. So after we defend against this push, which is quite dangerous, they might be able to take a keep from here. But if we're safe about it... So again... oh, beautiful. So because I was able to save my teammate immediately from the... immediately from that Garrosh pull, all of us stayed alive. We were able to kill their tank, and now we're going to be able to defend against... Oh, of course, Azmodan. He's not a very good player, so he's just running in, you know, 1 versus 5 to die, even though we absolutely need to be defending against this right now. We absolutely need to be defending against this right now. Okay, I'm not going to be able to help him there because he's engaging for no reason. We need to be defending. We shouldn't be trying to fight them.
Thank you, my friend.
Whew, this guy's dealing a lot of damage. Unfortunately, this is looking like a loss here.
This won't go easy for you.
Yeah, our core's going down to 50%. Not looking good for us.
Feels much better.
Use all my heals, but unfortunately, that's how some games go. Even though if you feel you did everything right, if the teammates aren't really coordinating, in this case, the Asmodan wasn't really coordinating. He wasn't really playing with the team. You know, results in a loss. But yeah, it's, you know, the games are relatively quick, 15-20 minutes long, so it's pretty easy to just kind of drop out of this one and then move on to the next one. So that was fun. I liked it. And even though it was a loss, it's, you know, I feel like I made a couple good plays, like saving the Asmodan at the end there. Just this easy 19-minute game, very quick, and then I can just queue up for the next one. That's it.